afternoon. I was gonna say good morning, but it's not. Okay, Fred, you stay right there. I have received one of my flock mails from Mary Brewer. Friendship flock. I've opened it, but I haven't really. I took her address off, but that's pretty much all I've done. Ooh, isn't he pretty? Wow. Now if I can just kind of keep Fred at bay here, we might get something done. So let's find a page from Mary. Oops, got my pages are sticking together here. Let's head towards the back. So the book doesn't go wonky on us. Sorry, Mary, if your address didn't mean it to be. Afghanistan, Operation Red Wings. Oh, wow. My oldest twin son was in Afghanistan 3 times with the Navy. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, eyes on the target. Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, and look at these. Aren't these beautiful? They look like Graphic 45. I love Graphic 45. Bag for a podcast. Oh my goodness, look at all these little things. Gems. Little flat back pearl things. Pretty. Love stuff like the love things. You'll notice I'm having an issue this morning with my left hand is doing its shaky thing on me, and I don't know why. It does it when it feels like it. And I don't like it when it does it, but there's not much I can do about it. Oh, look at all this little stuff. Oh, Mary. Oh, how pretty. Let's see what pure milk. God, I can remember when milk came with these on them, and the milkman brought it. Yeah, it doesn't happen much anymore. I mean, there are still milkmen, but I don't think they have these little seals anymore. Cool. What's this one? Hilly Acres fortified milk. Friese-Myers Dairy, and Bremen Dairy, William Bremen. Oh, and some Tim Holtz. I haven't gotten any of these yet. I haven't been able to, afford to go to a store to look for them. So, oh, and some little keys, theater tickets. Oh my. Now what to do? And a little camera. Isn't that cute? Look at that little camera. Isn't that adorable? Little steampunky stuff. I really want to learn steampunk stuff, and I've been getting things from AliExpress when I can, but because they are cheaper. Oh, and this is a little tassel. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's so sweet. I have a new tablet that is going to strictly be used for filming, because my older tablet is so full of other stuff that I don't have much room on it. This one will have tons of room because it has nothing else on it at all. I mean, other than what it came with loaded on it. That's the only thing that is on this tablet. I'm out of frame there. You can't see what I'm doing over here, so I'll try to move it this way. There, I'm just looking to see everything that Mary has sent me, and there's some Really cute stuff here. Lots of buttons and stuff. And these little curly Q paperclip kind of things. I love those. I have some of those. Now, let's see what we can do here. That would be my daughter in school. Absolutely hating every minute of being there. Either that or this one's concentrating. My daughter didn't concentrate. This is so sweet, little guy. I think all he wants is mommy's chocolates. Those are mommy's, you can't have them. So, oh, and we've got one that's a steampunk debutante. Oh, that's cool. So maybe we can do something with that. Thinking this page has no paint, no nothing behind it, so this is kind of cool. What a cool butterfly. I like him. I wonder if one of the keys would fit on his back. Yeah, make him steampunk. A little bit steampunky. That might be cool. Let's try. I want to try to, let's see, get a background going here. And oh, this is different colors on both sides. That's cool. Let's try to do a wee bit of Mod Podge here and seal these down. Now I'm hoping I have this new camera is running, because if it is not, you're just getting a picture. Sorry. But I have been kind of goofing around with it, trying to figure it out. But the one thing I can't find on it is a pause feature, which, you know, I imagine I could, if I was logged into Facebook and live, I could probably, or not Facebook, to YouTube, and was live, I could probably pause. But with these tablets, they don't seem to have a pause feature. My other one did, and I found it once, and then I couldn't remember where it was. And this one, I have looked for days trying to figure out how to actually pause it if I wanted to, and I can't find it. So I got your Happy Mail, your Flock mail a couple days ago, but I was in the middle of coffee staining a whole bunch of paper and doilies and things like that. So I thought, well, I'll wait until I'm done that. And I did quite a bit of it because I had none, and it was the first time I'd ever done coffee dyeing. And I've heard so many different ways of doing it, and I kind of used a combination of two ways. I have my grandmother's old square roasting pan, and it's big. It's really big. Holds a 20-pound turkey or 22-pound turkey, no problem. And so I used that, the lid of it, and I heated water in the microwave, and then, you know, like I have a 2-cup measuring cup. Someplace in a box I have a 4-cup measuring cup, but that's all I had in this one. So I was just heating up 2 cups of water at a time, adding coffee to it, pouring it into the pan on top of paper, and, you know, and then boiling more. And I had like a small jar of coffee that I bought for $1 at Dollarama, and it wasn't anything special or anything, but I just thought for $1, you know, I can go ahead and, you know, pick that up to use. And so that's what I did. And it made some beautiful coffee stain paper, really nice, and it worked really great on the doilies and things that I did. And I still have more that I can do, but I thought, well, that's enough for now, because I completely filled up a basket, and I've got enough to send out for flock mail and happy mail and, you know, all sorts of stuff. So then I want to do some tea dyeing, and because I have not done that yet either. And I last night was sitting here thinking, you know, I've got some frozen grapes in my freezer, and they're red grapes. My girlfriend, who's Italian, her mother used to freeze grapes, and they called it Italian candy. And it certainly is, like, you can eat them frozen, and it's like having a hard candy in your mouth, and it's cold and sweet, and it's really good. But last night I was sitting here thinking, I wonder what I could do with those, you know, like, could I kind of crush them up or do something and add hot water to them through a strainer and maybe get a different color? And so I don't know, I might give it a shot. I'm not sure yet, but what the heck, gotta experiment. It's the only way to find out if things work, right? And so I thought, well, maybe that's what I'll do. Now, let's see how she's sitting there. Get back where I put you. Fred's being pretty good. I've cleared a spot for him. He knows it's his, but he just jumped down, took off. So that's good. He's being good. He's getting used to this now, I guess. At first it was all such a novelty that I was sitting at this table and doing stuff, because he's, you know, his birthday's in 4 days and he'll be a year old. And so I think that, you know, the novelty has kind of worn off, and now it's just like, well, I just want to be where you are. So there is a spot on the table where he can lay. And he usually, like, when I cleaned the table off just before I turned the camera on, I cleaned this area so that I could do this, and left his spot over there, you know, it's just over there, left it empty, and he was in the spot before I could sit down and start doing anything. And I thought, well, that's a good sign, you know, he's getting it. Now I want that other side to show. Now, let that dry. I'm going to go on the other side. Dallas was, when I was crafting yesterday, but I didn't put the camera on. I just felt like just sitting and playing in my glue book, and, you know, just doing random nothingness, you know, without having to be on camera and talk and whatnot. And Fred went on to the top of the laptop, which is closed. It's always closed, but it's permanently, like I have it hooked up to my TV for Netflix. And Fred went and laid down between the TV and the laptop. And I've never seen Nico so upset about anything before, because Fred was in his spot. Because as far as Nico's concerned, the laptop and laying on top of it, that's his. You know, because that's where he will go if I'm doing things. Put that upside down, and I don't want to read it. So he was very, I don't know, very whiny yesterday, you know. And then when I was sitting on the couch, just, you know, doing nothing really, he sat down for a cup of tea, and I had something in my lap, and he just whined and cried the whole friggin' time. And I thought, what is your problem, buddy? And when he wants something from me, he's always like, and it's like, you know, you always think he wants to eat. But I knew it wasn't that, because he had just had his breakfast. So I was like, I don't know what you want, bud. You know, you've had breakfast, and the litter box is clean. Everything's taken care of. So, you know, if you're hungry, go eat your treats or eat your snacks. And but no, he just wouldn't leave me alone yesterday. So, and then finally, whatever I was doing that I had on my lap, I can't even remember what it was that I had. I took it off my lap and set it on the coffee table, and he jumped into my lap so fast, stretched out across my legs, which were propped up on the coffee table, and he stretched himself from my ankles to my waist and went sound asleep. So that's what his problem was. He just wanted attention. He wanted it now. He didn't want to wait. He was tired. He wanted his nap, and he didn't want to be in the bedroom by himself. So, you know, and he was kind of like that all day yesterday. You know, he gets in these moods. I mean, he's older than Fred. He's 9, but, you know, he's set in his ways, and, you know, he likes to be with Mum, and he loves to cuddle, but only on his terms. Yeah, not on yours, you know. Mind you, he is a very good therapy cat. He knows when I'm going to have a PTSD attack or an anxiety attack, or if I'm sick. He knows it, and he doesn't leave my side. He stays right where I am. And he has, you know, Fred seems to have, you know, automatically picked that up. Like, he, right from the very beginning, Fred was, you know, if I wasn't well, or even if I was, I mean, Fred would come, and he still does it to this day. He comes every night. They go to bed, and then a couple hours later, Fred will come out, jumps up on the couch, and he leans his head onto my shoulder, and then I have to give him 3 kisses on the head. Can't be 1 or 2, it has to be 3. I don't know what the deal is with it, but he gets his 3 kisses, and then he cuddles into my arms and goes to sleep, and he'll suck on my shirt till my shirt is soaking wet, and knits my chin into a blanket. But you know, he's very good about getting his nails clipped and things like that, so that's not a major issue. And he loves water, this guy. He's just insane. If I'm crafting, invariably Fred will get paint on him somehow, and when he does, it's like he knows he's going for a bath, and he don't care. He loves it. He'll just sit there, let you bath him, and dry him with a towel, and once he's had enough of being dried with the towel, he wants down, and then he runs around like a mad cat and dries himself even more, and all's good, you know, so there's no worries there. I should have put something between these pages. Damn it. think I'll go grab some paper right now because it's starting to stick. Be right back. It's just over here. There. Hopefully that will help and it won't stick to a whole bunch of stuff. Now, how can we do? These are so cute. I love these. But I'm wondering, you look better here with the bigger pieces or the smaller ones? Sorry, didn't mean to whisper. It's like a talking to yourself kind of video, you know, like, do I want that there or don't I want that there? And or do I want it over there? She's so pretty, I just love her. And with these guys, I mean, they're small, but I don't know, she kind of looks good there. I think I like her there and the other one on the other page. And I will put a few more pieces down here along the edge just to, you know, make sure that she's kind of, maybe once it's dry I can put some paints or something in. So you set me quite a challenge here, Mary, with all these. But that's nice. Challenges are good. I like challenges. And for any of those of you who are watching, I'm having issues with my Facebook page or the group page. I'm trying very desperately, I've been trying for weeks now, to add files to it for happy mail addresses, for, you know, if we do swaps of any kind. And I cannot for the life of me figure out how the heck to do it. And so I have put a post on my Facebook page. If any of you know how, please let me know, because it's driving me batty right now. It's like I have tried everything I could think of and nothing I've done has done any good to try and get that. Let's see if I can. Your envelope came and post office sure took up a lot of room on it. So I'm gonna try to pull some pieces that I can get to off of it and add that in places where I can. Yeah, just so that it's in there, you know, because it was really pretty, but they sure covered it up with stuff. I was like, holy crow. Let's see what else we got. Get the bubble wrap off at first, and because some of these colors go well with that steampunk image, so I'd love to, I really want them on this page. Let's see, what else can we? Oh, this stupid little fruit fly flying around here today. He's driving me insane. I don't like fruit flies. They just, ugh. It's like you see one and then all of a sudden, you know, like there's a horde of them. But thankfully malt vinegar and dish soap, I put it in one of those, you know, when you go to a Chinese restaurant and they have those little things full of soy sauce. I found one, I mean I had one, bought one that was like that, that actually does have soy sauce in it. But I found one at a secondhand store a long time ago, and it never had anything in it. It was just empty. But I have found that it is the handiest thing to put the vinegar and soap in. Just a little dash of dish soap so that they kind of stick. But I mean, they get drunk by the malt vinegar, obviously, because they sure seem like it when they're in there. But they go in through the little openings in the holes, and then they can't get back out. They're stuck, they're trapped, and that's where I want them trapped. And then once you don't see them anymore, you can just dump the whole thing down the toilet and, you know, clean it out. And if they happen to come back, you just do the same thing again. But I had my stepdaughter say, use a banana, put it in a dish and cover it with saran with holes in it. And I did try that, and I found that they were breeding. I mean, I started with one or two and ended up with hundreds of them. And I mean, while some of them were getting trapped in there, they were like feeding on the bananas, and then they, I don't know if they were mating in there or what they were doing, but all of a sudden there was just hundreds of them around here. So I have gone back to the malt vinegar and the dish soap, because I just, there were so many, I couldn't get rid of them. And since I've done the vinegar and the dish soap, and you just shake it up a little bit just so that the vinegar smell gets out, and they just go straight for it. And they get inside quicker because they want into that vinegar. I don't know, maybe it's like an alcohol to them, I don't know, but it sure does catch them all. And I think now I'm down to this last one or two little things running around or flying around. I haven't seen that many, but if Fred sees them, Fred chases them all over the place. He's like, come on, let's play. Yeah, he's a real let's catch the flying things kind of guy, you know, like they're here for me to play with, so let's get at it. But then when him and Nico both go after the same thing, it's hilarious because they're running into each other in the windows, and, you know, can't tell which one's going to get it because they're both fighting for the same thing. And, you know, now. Sorry for the sniffles. I have forgotten to take my asthma medication this morning, and I should have done that right away, because then I end up with issues breathing, and it's like, take a deep breath through your nose, and, you know, then you end up sniffling. But mind you, I've noticed that with a lot of this. I don't know if it's the glue or what that's, you know, makes a crafter sniffle, you know, but I know it doesn't sound very nice, but it's not on purpose, I promise you. Well, I'm going to managed to get a fair bit of the envelope, thankfully, because I loved the colors in it. They were so pretty. And once I'm still waiting for the other swap, but it's coming from Finland, so I'm sure it's gonna take a little while. I don't know if Senna has received mine or not, but once Santa's comes, I will get hers done too. And I'm going to start right away with getting things. Once I do this one, I'm going to start pulling out envelopes and getting the envelopes done and putting things into them so that when it comes time to sign up for the next swap, I have them ready to go and I can mail them right away. And then everybody will get their swaps. And I have this, I don't know, it's a thing with me. Like, I have this thing of not being late. And it's like, even with doctor's appointments and things like that, you know, if I have a doctor's appointment, I'm usually 15 minutes early, you know, so I'm kind of the same way about the swaps. Like, I don't want someone to be sitting and waiting. So I mean, the last batch for this one, I wasn't feeling well for a couple of days, so it took a couple of days for me to get them out, but it wasn't that late, you know, like I was still fairly early getting them gone. I've never waited until the 20th. I've usually sent them within the first week. So, and I just love them. I love doing them. I love receiving them. And now let me see here. Now that we've got all this on here, yeah, I still like you over here. So, excuse me. And I do have a few. This should probably be fairly wet already, but already. But I just want to make sure. She's gonna stick down nicely, right in the middle. And here's my card. Bubbles editor. Oh, she's so pretty. Just love it. This little girl, I don't know. I'm debating on fussy cutting her. Maybe I can fussy cut her. Yeah, might be better. Where is that? Oh, sorry. I just realized I was sitting back and cutting, and I probably was right off camera. Now, that's why she's all angry. Her mom's at home having chocolates with the baby. I kind of like here. This just doesn't go. That's upside down. I'll do that. These are not stuck on this page. They're just laying there gently so that I can oh, that's milk. I'm going to commit that one. Stick it. So that one. And as for her, still want to use these daisies with her. So let's see. They're so pretty. I hate to not use them. I feel like I should be talking more. And I'm not. Well, the one thing I guess I could ask is if you like my channel, if you would give a like under the video and subscribe and ring that bell, that little ding-a-ling bell there, so that you will be notified when I post new videos, or once I reach 100 subscribers, I can start going live. Haven't quite reached that mark yet, but like I said before, it'll be nice when I can go live, but this is nice too, because I'm learning a little bit here about videotaping that I didn't know before. Never posted to YouTube, and I had a little grandson. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not, but my grandson that I was looking after, he has autism, and he used to always tell me that when he grew up he was going to be a YouTuber. And I was like, really? Are you going to be able to make a living off YouTube? And he goes, of course I can. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that you could. And I said, well, what are you going to do on YouTube? He goes, I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out. And he was, I think, 9 years old at the time. And the kid's as smart as a whip. Like, he's an exceptionally bright autistic child. I mean, he has like a photographic memory. He's just the most amazing child. I love him to bits. He is the light of my life. And his little sister, she's a sweetie pie too, and she's so beautiful. And I loved being with them, you know, taking them to school and, you know, being grandma. You know, it was a highlight in my life that is now over. But I hope one day he will be on YouTube, and I hope he realizes all his dreams, because now that I'm on YouTube, it's I'm seeing how, you know, even at 9 years old and being autistic, he found a great joy in it. And you know, that's kind of cool that, you know, he knew even at that age that, you know, hey, there's things you can do. I didn't. I just thought YouTube was for watching videos. I mean, I was never really up on YouTube, and then I started watching Pink Poodle Crafts and some others of you. I mean, I have, there's a few of you that I watch all the time. I watch Elizabeth, and I watch Pink Poodle, and I watch Mary Brewster, and 70 Acre Studios and The Flock. I mean, I just love, I like what everybody does. You know, like I used to be a scrapbook teacher, so I know that everyone has different tastes. Everyone does. I mean, you can give everyone the same paper and the same type of, do the same kit with them, because when I used to teach, that's what I did. I put all the kits together, and everyone got exactly the same things in their kit, and nobody's ever came out looking the same. Everyone's was different, and I love that, you know, because no two brains think alike. I mean, you might think alike in certain things, but, you know, when it comes to how you want, say, the beads or buttons or whatever on your layout or your card or whatever, your thought process is going to be completely different than someone else's. And that's great. I love that. I mean, I had a lady today, let's see if I can pull up my channel here, and oh, it's on here on my Facebook page. Okay. Why do I never bring my mouse pad over here? Kathy Edwards on my Facebook page posted today. She posted her fall tags that she made for an exchange, and they're gorgeous. They're really, really pretty. They've got little scarecrows on them, and black cats, and hay rides, and it looks like a brown or plum colored flowers on them and stuff, and sunflowers. They're absolutely beautiful. And, you know, like, hopefully everybody will go and give her some love on my channel, and, you know, on the Country Girls Scrap and Facebook page, because she did an awesome job. I really like them. And you know, that's the first time somebody's actually posted pictures of their stuff on my channel, so I was quite happy. I mean, it's been a slow process for me, I should say, because I have been suffering with not being able to breathe. And sorry for covering that for a minute. I'm just trying to get these to stay down. You know, they said, well, it's got to be asthma. You have to be allergic to your cats. And I said, I am not allergic to my cats. So I said, you guys just get that out of your head right now. You know, but one doctor said it, so every doctor said it. And I was like, no, I am not allergic to my cats. So stop saying that. Oh, I want this. Okay. How could I put you on here? Could kind of go. I don't want to cover her all up. I do not want to cover her all up. So I do want this on here. Let's get some heavier duty glue. This is a very, very pretty butterfly. I really like them. Really, really like the color. Now, I'm not exactly sure about the rules of the flock. Like if there's something of mine that I have that I wouldn't mind using on there, is that allowed? Ooh, those might be pretty down the back of him. Oops. Let's see, what else do we have here? Ooh, that looks like yin and yang. Maybe just 2 is enough, eh? But I think they really look, they make the butterfly look cool. So let's see, do I want those 2 or do I want some? Well, this one's got some orange in it. And what about these 2? Those two might be better. One's got the oranges and one's got the blacks. Yeah, that might be better. Now, looks like they have a, don't know if they're a sticker. Kind of looks, yeah, it looks like they are. Oh, nope, that's the picture. Don't want to take that part off. Okay, so we just want to, a little bit of this glue. Come on, glue, get down. Put you. Oh, stupid shaky hands. Shaky hands, shaky hands. Ah, makes me so angry sometimes. It's frustrating. You know, it's been ever since I got hit by that damn dump truck, you know. And you know how you tense up on your steering wheel. Well, I was totally tensed on my steering wheel and my arms were straight out. Both my feet were on the brake. And I was not going to hit that girl in the crosswalk because she was walking her puppy across the crosswalk. And I was like, I am not going to hit her. And I could see that this dump truck just was not going to slow down at all. And so I just braced for the impact, and they, you know, I say that it's probably the worst thing you could do. It's probably better if you're totally stink-eyed drunk when you're in an accident, because your whole body's relaxed and you don't tense up at nothing. But since I'm not a totally blind drunk. I mean, I don't drink, so if I drink, it's maybe once every 2 years. I may, if I'm out for dinner, have a glass of wine or a beer. But, you know, I have, when I first moved in here 3 years ago, it was really, really hot summer. And I like Palm Bay. It's a, I think it's a rum-based drink or a vodka-based drink. I can't remember. But it's very fruity, and it's very, what's the word I'm trying to find now? Refreshing. That's the word. It's very refreshing. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna, so I bought just, you know, they come in a six pack, I guess they call it. So I bought a 6-pack of them. And that summer, over the whole 2 months of the summer, I guess, I had 3 of them. And I still have 3 in my fridge. They're 3 years old. I don't know if they're any good anymore. I have no idea. So I just, you know, they're just there, you know. They're sort of in the back of my fridge, and they just sit there. Now I'm trying to figure out, I think I need to give this a quick dry here, because it's still not, the glue's not drying very well here. I'll do that. One of the things that you could also let me know, and I know I have the heat gun going, but is how the sound is on the new tablet, if it's as good as it was on the older one, or if it's better. Same as the picture quality, like if the picture quality is as good, or if it's better. I know it seems to be, from when I'm looking up at it, it seems like it's taking in more of the actual picture of what I'm doing, whereas before I felt like, because my other one was a smaller tablet, I felt like it was too short, and it didn't show my whole workspace, kind of, whereas this one seems to be doing that, and I can move it and adjust it, and you can move my workspace over, and you can see all the stuff that's laid at the side here from Mary, and you can still see the full pages. I kind of want this in, but I'm trying to figure out how can I do that. I guess I could. Should have done that before I laid it down, I guess. Means cutting off a wee bit, well, not cutting it, but folding it, I guess, to make it a little bit shorter. And of course my bone folder's not right where I can see it, which is, that's par for the course. It's here someplace, but it's not going to pop its ugly head out at me, is it? It's okay. There. Use anything in a pinch. Let's see if I can. Okay. These aren't too stuck down yet. Can maybe get them up on top of there. That might work. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot that one was empty. I emptied a glue thing last night. Start a new one. maybe you guys can go there. Family picture day. That's an idea. And this one with all the little green dots on it. Where's my... Oh, come on. It's stuck in there. No, it's not going to work for these. I need like good tweezers. And my specialty tweezers that I love. I can find them. Come on, you guys gotta be here. So there you are. These are without a doubt the best tweezers I have ever bought. They are pointy, they are sharp at the ends, they pick up gems off of these. Like I can like, cut this because it's all glued. And then it'll pick up the beads for me, the gems. And I can just take them off here, stick them on here. They are the most, they're Mrs. Grossman's. I bought them, oh God, gotta be 25 years ago now, at least, because I've been crafting well over that. And they were in a kit. They had a hammer and tools for, you know, punching holes where you banged it with a hammer, kind of. That's how you used to do it before they came out with all these fancy punches. And had some other tools in it as well, scissors, I think, and a few other things. But these are my absolute favorite. And I've gone looking to try to find another set, or even just the tweezers from Mrs. Grossman's, because of the pointiness and the flat bottom right here. They are just perfect. And I can't find them anywhere, so I wouldn't even know where to tell you to look. I have seen a similar kit by Mrs. Grossman, and it does have tweezers in it, but they have more of this rounded type of edge. And these ones here are from DSC Crafts, and these are meant more for doing, of course I had to say something so that I forget. They're like 3D pictures. I can't think of the name. I do a lot of 3D cards, and I use those, and I also use these for any gems that I put down, or if I'm going to put down beads, buttons, you know, like these will pick anything up. They're so nice and sharp that they will grab and hold anything you pick up. So I just love them. So if you ever come across a pair like that have that angle, let's see if I can show you. They look like a duck's head almost, and this part is very, very sharp, but they are the best that I have ever found. And I use them all the time for everything. They come in handy for anything. I'm wondering if I want to put a little bead on there. What that would look like. No. I think I'm going to put those down, but I think I'm going to use my probably so many different types of Pop Dots, but I have some that are from Britain. They came with some card kits, and they're in a strip. So they're thin, or the other side is thicker. This side is thinner, and they came with card kits that I have. I still have the card kits too. Just take one of these right off. And I can start it from the bottom, go right up to her head. Do the same thing on this side. And then with that little leftover piece, I'll put it in the middle, just because it'll give it won't let it buckle. And this is what I love these tweezers for the most, is getting that paper off those pieces of tape, even score tape. This stuff, these tweezers are magical. Now, let's get you guys situated here. There we go. So they're on there. Now, that would fit on there, little camera. Or would it be better over here? No, she doesn't have the room for a camera. Imagine it could be in the corner of the page or down the bottom of the page. Kind of think it looks good over here though. Okay, just snap it. Now, I think that she doesn't feel like being at school today, but let's see if we can't make her prettier. A little bit prettier so that she feels a bit better today. And let's see, how about Mama and the baby? Oh, I didn't want this whole bag to stick down. What's going on here? Gotta dry that more. It's not dry enough. Sleep. Silly me. I just stuck that camera in. Damn it. Gonna be one of those days, is it? Okay. Let's just put this up. to you. Any teeny tiny. One small like that. Don't have a small one like that, Mary. Let's see. What else do we have? That's too big. That's too big as well. None of them are small enough. I mean, those two will fit, but it's kind of odd with just the two. One around her eye. Okay. Oops, you guys can stay there. Let's see how this goes. Put a key here. Okay, so we could do that. Are you sticking now, little camera? Good. Ones we don't have them for, I could just put, yeah, that works. Oops. It's orange. These aren't stickers, are they? These doesn't seem to be a sticker. Okay, so yeah, Mom should have a necklace too, huh? Yeah, I kind of think I like that now. Now. Those two in there. I don't want a button here. Button here. I'll think on it. Yeah, I'll think on it, and then I'll make a decision. But I'm thinking, are these in a strip or not? Yes, they are. There. So now I just want to add some. Should have done it the other way like I usually do. That was silly. Just want to add this right there. Yeah. Okay. I'll go this way. That's a little hard to get off there now. Do it the way I usually do, and then maybe it won't be so bad. Okay, now just want to add a little bit of bling. I know steampunk's not totally a blingy kind of thing, but this is what I feel is needed. And if I feel it's needed, then I will put it down. And since Mary sent all these beautiful gems, pearls, I might as well try to use some of them up. Let's see. And what would be attracting the butterfly if they didn't have nectar? Come on. Don't fight with me. And here. Because that one has something a leaf or something coming over it. So it's just a few of them, but it seems to make a wee bit of difference. kind of highlights that sort of a wheel shape a little bit better. Yeah, I kind of like that. Now let's attempt the keys, shall we, with the shaky hands and all. We will see how we can do with keys. Oh, come on, lay it the right way, please. Uh-oh. I've got your space blocked, Fred. Sorry. No, no, you stay there. Stay there. Stay. No. No. You have to stay there for now, buddy. Okay? Lay on top of the computer. No, no, no. No. Go. Sorry, buddy. This isn't for you right now. That's a good boy. What a good baby cakes. You listened. I'm amazed. He listened. Probably think it's crazy we all talk to our pets. Stacy talks to Tigger and Winnie and Willow. I talk to Fred and Nico. But they're the only ones here while I'm doing this, so. And if I need them out of my way, then I need them out of my way. Okay, I'm gonna do a sticker. That's it. You're gonna stick, aren't you? Yep. Okay, let's give this a shot. I hope it's okay that I just pulled a couple little things out of my own stash for this, Mary. It I just like it that way. It looks kind of cool. Oh, this stupid hand. It's just gonna give me nothing but issues right now. Every time I try to hold something small, it's like, oh no, you don't. There, good. Thanks for the right hand working right, you know. Come on. Get all that glue off my hands and oops, get up. Now, got that one. Now we want this one. You know, I just realized something. I didn't turn any lights on. I'll bet that's been making a huge issue for you guys, and I just realized it. I got so interested in doing Mary's page that I forgot to do half the stuff I usually do before I go on. Well, hopefully that's making a little bit of difference, and now you can see what I'm actually doing. God, I feel awful now. Oh, well, hopefully it wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm almost finished the page, and now I'm turning the lights on. Oh my goodness. I feel terrible, Mary. I'm so sorry. I think it's being held in the book. lights are making a big difference for you guys. I can't really... Oh, I feel so bad. And I can't redo the whole thing. I can't re-video or anything, so... Oh. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Fred, no, no. You come right here. Fred, no, you cannot have a butterfly. Okay, you can lay right there. Yes, you lay right there and be a good boy. Okay? Yeah. Mommy's covered in glue and all sorts of stuff, so you just have to stay out of the way. Okay. Oh, is that your page now? You're gonna help? You wanna show Mary how you help me? Yeah? You're gonna show Mary how you help me? Yeah? Okay. That's a good boy. Thank you for your help. Yes, thank you. Yes, you're such a good boy. What do you want, sweetheart? You just want huggies, don't you? No, that's not right. Okay, now look, yesterday you walked across stuff and got brown paint and had little brown paws all over my house. So today, I would like you to stay paw free. What's up? Hey. No, you're not supposed to get into anything, are you? Especially bubble wrap. Remember how sick that made you? Yeah, you remember. You remember. You got really sick on bubble wrap. That's because you snuck it. You snuck it. Oh, there's another key. Oh, dear bird. Put that one here. No, Fred. 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 Okay, found one more key, so I'm going to use it. I'll put it on the other page. Just let's stick it on the bag. There. Fred, please stay out of stuff. Get out of the bubble wrap or you have to go down. Bubble wrap stuff can go in the garbage. Yesterday I was coffee staining yesterday, or coffee dyeing I should say, and he kept going underneath the rack I have, and watching it drip down. Sorry guys, he's not gonna listen right now. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Mom already took it away. And when I had finished and the papers were dry and everything, and I was taking them off and piling them up, and Mary, I'm going to put your address inside here so that it's in the bag. I could actually, what I could do, it like over to the side, inside here, and go with that. There. And then there's different ways to do these, and I always get confused with them. Fred, no. You just don't want to go that way. How come? There we go. What do you need? What do you need? Anyway, after I was finished all the coffee dyeing, I sat down with a cup of tea, and I still had newspapers all over the floor, of course. And all of a sudden, Fred just went absolutely crazy. It was like, you know, when you see kids running through big piles of raked up leaves, and he was doing that with the newspapers. He was just going absolutely insane. Even Nico just sat and watched him like, this guy's nuts. You know, there's something wrong with his kid, Mom. You need to do something. And he played with those papers until he knocked the rack down. But he had a ball. And finally I picked up the rack and sat it back up, and then he was walking under it, and finally I just thought, okay, you really want to play with this paper. I can tell, like, you're just having a ball here. So I took the paper and I put it on. They have a small carpet that the two of them lay on that's in the center of the floor, and so I took that carpet and I just put all the papers on it in a big pile. And as soon as he saw it, he just went running underneath the whole pile. And then Nico even joined in, and the two of them were going at it. It was so funny to watch. They just had so much fun, and I couldn't pick up the papers and take them away from them because it was too funny. I just sat here roaring. But at least they were playing, and I got a chance to sit and drink my tea without having somebody in my lap who was making me too hot, or somebody who wanted my attention. And you know, they just did their own thing and they had a ball. So it was fun to watch them. But now I didn't stick these down, but I'm kind of thinking I kind of like them. Or do I want something? Maybe I want something like these. No, that doesn't do it. No, it's the big ones with the swirls that seem to be catching me eye. So I'll do that. You're not supposed to be biting paper, Fred. Fred, what are you doing? What, you found some more bubble wrap. I thought I got it all. You just like to swallow it, and that's not good for you. You got really, really sick one day, remember? Let me think here. Okay, I just have a couple more things that I want to do. Hopefully the camera is telling me I'm out of time, so I don't know how long I've been on here or anything. Excuse me. But I want to put this down here. And stop that. Quit eating bubble wrap. I know bubble wrap's fun, but it's not good for kitty cats. Yeah, and then I want one more up in the top there. There. So, Mary Brewer, there is your page. And I still have lots of little goodies left, but thank you for that. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you don't mind that I pulled out just, I mean, only 3 of my little things that I had. And you wash your feet. I hope you like it. It's got the little flip here, and I've got the orangeade, and the rest of them are inside here, the milk things. So, and your address is inside. The flowers are over top of the bag. I think what I'll do is I'll turn it around this way, and I hope, I'm not sure, it's hard for me to see up there with all the lights on me. I hope that you can see that well enough and that you like it. I tried to use as much of your stuff as I could. So I will post this, and I will post it to the flock as well. And I hope you're happy with it, Mary. And thank you so much for everything that you sent. It was a lot of fun to work with. Talk to you all later. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell. And remember that creative clutter is always, always better than idle neatness. Talk to you again. Bye.